Okay, in this video we are going to talk about some of the important transactions or T codes we use on the daily basis in SAP security. So first transaction I want to tell you is user maintenance, which is the T code for user maintenance is SU01. So let's type /n SU01 and let's see how it looks like. For SU0, and you go in the system status and check whether you are in the SU01 or not. You can check it from here. You are in SU01, and you can check it on the bottom right corner, which says SU01, and like if you mark any of these things, it will show up over here. Usually we set like on the client, like so that we know which client we are in. So but you can check over here that like this is the transaction and this is the program which this transaction is using. And so the program is SAP LSUU5 and the transaction you are using is SU01. You are in system EP1, client 800, user, that's my username, stuff like that. So it's up to you from where you want to find out. Okay. The other transaction I want to talk about is over here. In this transaction you can create, delete, copy, lock, unlock, and change password roles. And see, like over here it says create, over here it says like change, over here it's display, over here it's delete, copy, lock and unlock, and change password. Okay. The other transaction I want to show you is SU10. The last one was SU01. Don't get confused. This one is SU10. In SU10, you can use, as the name says about this transaction is user maintenance mass change initial screen. Means like you can do the mass changes in one shot. In SU01, you can only do like one user at a time. In SU10, you can do like mass changes by by selecting multiple of users. Okay, by uploading and downloading by copy and paste from the Excel sheet all the users and their full name and stuff like that. Okay, this is the T code used is SU10, SU10. The next T code I want to tell you is PFCG, which is called profile generator and which is used for creating the roles. So let's type /n PFCG. Okay. Let's see how it looks like. This is where you type the name of the role which you are going to create. There are like 2-3 different types of roles, which one is like single role, the other one is composite role, and the other one is master and child role. There are different concepts of roles. Okay, this button is copy, this one is for delete, and this one is for transport, and this is for like hierarchy. This is hierarchies, this is display, like this is change, and this is display. This is for creating roles, and this is for creating master like composite roles. This is the button for add to favorites. Like once if you create one role and if you want to add it like in the favorites, it will show up over here. For example, like let's take this role and I add it over here. See, it says over here. So this ball, like some people say it's a BMW sign, some people say it's a ball sign or whatever it is. If this it's a single ball, it means it's a single role. If it's a two balls, obviously it's a master role, child role. Otherwise you can go and choose like from the hierarchy and like check whether it's a master or kid role, master role or kid role or single role. Okay, this button is for transport. Transport, as the button shows, it appears as a truck and it's taking something to somewhere. So usually we create the roles in development and develop the roles in development, and when we want to do the transport in quality, we use transport, and we can do like mass transports too. And this is also very important when you are deleting the roles in production. Okay, so you do like transport and production so that you can delete the rows. Okay, so next, usually like this naming convention has been set by the company, that like what are the naming conventions. Usually they are like 30 character or 60 character naming conventions, which is already been set by the company. Okay, so the next T code I want to tell you is SU24. So this, let's type /n SU24. See, like in transaction slash SU24 over here, from what we can find out is what are the authorization objects are going to be pulled to the transactions when we are going to assign those, when we are going to assign certain transactions to a certain role. Okay, for example, if we check like SU01, what are the authorization objects we are going to what are the authorization objects are going to be pulled in the transaction SU01. Let's execute. So it says like all these are the statuses, and these are all the objects which SU01 contains. Okay, so and this is the description. Wherever it says no, it will not going to pull like these authorization objects when you are going to assign SU01 to a certain role or user maintenance to a certain role. But where it says yes, why yes, it will pull this authorization object and to with SU01 once you are going to assign user maintenance or SU01 to a certain role. You understand my point? And if you double click on this one, it will also show you what are the field names and what are the what are the values are filled or not filled. For example, if I want to set a filter, uh, filter says yes, right? Yes, yes. So all these authorization objects are going to be uh, pulled once you assign SU01 to a certain role. So for example, S and address one, these are the activities and these are the field, and these numbers are the field values which are going to be assigned with SU01. Okay. So next I want to go over with slash and SU25. This is a very important transaction. Basically it's used as the name says, like profile generator upgrade and first installation. Never touch this button, always go with the reports. What are these four reports? Okay, transport the customer tables, click check indicator, all these things. Like usually it's not like the job of the security, but these four reports are the job for the security. Compare with SAP values, compare affected transactions, roles to be checked, display changes, display changed transactions, transaction codes. Okay, the other report which is very important is swim, SWIM. So let's type slash and SWIM, which I already did, and hit enter. Oh, we don't have swim over here. Okay, I typed is the transaction for the T code for swim is slash and SUIM. It's not SWIM. So over here there are like certain criteria: user, roles, profiles, authorizations, authorization objects, transactions, comparisons, where used list, change documents. Like you can do like user by address data. Usually what I do is like I go by user by complex criteria, user by complex selection criteria. This screen, once you use this screen, basically you already use all these five or six screens. Okay, so like you check this, you execute this button, everything is here, whatever you want to use. Okay, same thing I do with the role, same thing I do with the roles, roles by complex selection criteria. That's what I do, and that's the good practice. If you go over here, you can find out what are the roles and how many roles are there, what are the T codes. You want to find out that like if you want to assign like certain if you want to find out that like okay, this is the T code this end user wants to get access, so you have to assign in production, so you have to assign like certain T code. You have to find out that like in which roles this T code this T code is present. So you run that T code and that authorization object or that authorization object for that T code, and then like it will show you the list of the roles that like okay, these are the roles in which that particular T code is present, and then you assign from there. Okay, so this is swim, which is very important. It's called SUIM, and then the other one is ST01, which is called trace slash n ST01. Let's see. Always check like whether trace switched off. Okay, you always have to turn it off. We will go like once we set the class, like then we will go by how to do the trace on, and like how to analyze and how to do the kernel functions and stuff like that, authorization checks, RFC calls, log operations, and then like read the reports, analyze the report, that like what is the problem and how we can fix the problems. There is another report called SU53. It's a screenshot of the end user. So like let's do this one. Usually it doesn't. It's not giving you anything. All authorization checks have so far been successful. That's what it says right now for me, because that's what I'm doing it. What usually does, what SU53 does is like when the end user is working on something and he has a problem. So what they do is like they run the SU53 and get the screenshot, and they mail it to you, or like make a ticket or generate a ticket and transfer it to the security guys, and the security guys looks into it, and then like they will add, or they will fix the problem. Okay, this is the problem, and then we will go in the class that like how should we read the SU53 screenshot. Okay, in trace we will discuss like trace also do the same thing, and SU53 also do the same thing, but sometimes SU53 gives the positive error. Sometimes the error is not there, but it will show you the error, and then like you are going to get stuck at like what we have to do now. So at that point of time you have to run ST01. And then last but not the least, it's SE09 and SE10. These two these two T codes are used to complete the transport. SE09 slash and SE09. These two transactions, transport organizers, are used to do the used to complete the uh, transport request. Okay, or slash n SE10. Okay, oops, sorry, slash n SE10. Okay, they both are same. Okay, there you go. System status, you are in SE10, and then system status, let's go in 09. Okay, system status, they both are same, right? So if you like the class, if you like my teaching, please give me a call at 630-336-5978. My name is Adnan. Thank you.